Could private market becomes bigger than listed markets? Yes, the answer is yes, it can happen, because the way private markets are shaping up in India is at a different level altogether. In fact, this is where US used to be in their 80s, when they started focusing and encouraging all the startups. And as I speak to you, we have close to 35,000 startups which are already listed in the last 5 years post COVID, and they have created good amount of jobs in the markets, number one. And number two, put together their total amount of revenue is one third of the total size of the listed companies in India. As we move ahead, there are chances that the overall profitability of these companies put together can become bigger than the overall pool of the listed companies. But I think that will take next decade or so, because right now the portion, as I said, is about only one third. And clearly I see that the way it is shaping up, the way number of companies are getting registered every day, there will be a time when India will produce more number of entrepreneurs and more number of unicorns, because in the last 5 6 years we've produced more than 68 unicorns. And as we move ahead 10 years down the line, it is expected that India will have at least 250 unicorns. When I say unicorn, which means that their market cap will be more than $1 billion. That's one. And then you have companies like, for example, Zomato or Swiggy, and one point of time, not to forget, or Paytm, they were startups, but today they are listed entity, and it is expected that 20 years down the line they will have a bigger revenue stream than Hindustan Lever itself. So such a giant like Hindustan Lever or ITC, because the way things are changing, change is the only permanent thing, and these companies are new age companies, which we call it e-commerce based companies, and the visibility for them to scale is much higher than the traditional way of running the business, where distribution was the only mode. But here, distribution plus technology both put together is becoming a bigger and deeper mode than ever. So clearly I see that yes, there is a possibility that primary market or unlisted markets will become much bigger, and therefore we see a lot of HNIs, ultra HNIs. You've been watching Shark Tank every week, and there you see the culture which is building up. Even the new kid on the block, which is like there were some kids, I saw them, they were only 8 years or 9 year old, and they are starting their own business and encouraged by their parents. Imagine the way we are building the culture of equity dilution in India. And if that happens, that continues to happen, then you will see more number of students coming out and becoming entrepreneurs by themselves. And if this trend will continue, then my sense is that there will be time when your unlisted or primary market will be as good as the listed companies. With that, I'd like to conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching this. My name is Vikas Agrawal, and I'm the founder of AltPort.